Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, where I am back in my studio where I belong, where I need to be. I am the Rock Out of Podcasting, Charles McFall, and right there next to me in the studio where he belongs, Joseph Embrace the _ Arduino.
Arduino, oh man. I do have an Arduino board in my closet somewhere. It's super, super old, and I don't think I've ever actually used it. But
of course you didn't. Why would you get a board like that to do anything with? Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I have random electronics sitting around. Like I've got 2 more computers sitting under my desk as well.
Well, you know, that's how that goes sometimes. I'll look at you in which one?
Tornadus raid.
Is that Tornadus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you doing, Tornadus raid, as we kick this off? So there is an experience of the week right there for you. And you know what? While we do that, I've got an experience, but I wanted to see if I could find something cool. If this button will work, thank you.
While you're looking at that button, a wild Terry Wolf has appeared.
Yeah, he's still dead to me.
Hey there, my name is Tom, and these are the experiences of the week.
Of the week.
What a fraudulent soundbite you've got there.
You know, I can only do what I can do. And I didn't make the time to put my mirror on the soundboard, so I apologize. I'll get that.
It's true. That is a requested feature.
It is a requested feature. So I did some cool. So I caught a Frillish this week. I did the
blue one, the male Frillish.
It is the arrow up is the male, right?
Well, is it blue or pink?
Blue.
Then it's the male Frillish.
So there you go. Well, I mean, that works for this character. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but that doesn't work for every character because sometimes pinks are still male. But that's why I looked at the actual symbol. It's a non-binary Frillish. Thank you very much. I finished up the field research.
It's the legendaries that are genderless. There's plenty of other ones that have genders, though.
How dare you presume?
It's the strongest Pokemon that are genderless.
Stupid. So yeah, I finished the field research and got that, and then I jumped in that with Ibit. I was at the right place, right time when Ibit sent out the thing about doing the mega low punny fight, and mine actually was close to a hundo. I think that's 14, 15, 13, if I'm looking at this right. So this low punny was caught on 4/5/21 around Arvada, Colorado. So I got to get in on that raid, and that was fun. And then I immediately evolved it because I realized I hadn't done that. So I got a Diggersby now.
There you go.
So that was some cool. So I did a raid with you this week, Terry. Okay, cool. My week's blend together, so I'm glad that happened. I'm pretty sure I caught whatever it was that we did. So there, Mr. Jammering with the title. And for those of you at home, if you'd like to give the titles to the show, I wonder how we do it. And if you're here live and lurking, this is how we do it. You do it. You have to be live, of course, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast and join us. And then you can have an exclamation point, S, space, and anything after that space becomes a title. And that's the game we play throughout the entirety of the show, and that's where the titles of the podcast come from. Now, Joe, you just finished up your raid, and you just evolved another Diggersby for whatever reason, but there you go. What were your experiences of the week?
All right, so let's go ahead and type in the trusty age 0 through 7 and take a look at what I've caught this past week that I haven't transferred. I, like you, have gotten another male Frillish. I hatched a couple of 10K eggs. They were both Volibes, though. I'm getting a little tired of Volibes, though. I would rather have a Volibee than the Corphish I got last time. And then there is I got a couple of I guess it's only one of the Therian Form Tornadus this past week. The other one must have been from the previous week. And then I think it was, I'd have to double check. We'll see it in the experiences of the week when we look at the Discord. But I believe this Azumarill is from a raid I did with usnatescout. He's in chat, so he can confirm if it was him, but I'm pretty sure it was usnatescout. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I battled quite a few Team Rocket grunts, trying to get that super radar. Actually, this might be a Giovanni balloon hovering over me. It is a Giovanni balloon hovering over me.
To add to my experience, we talked about the last week or two that like, oh man, I'm stuck on this old Team Rocket adventure, and I have to get past it, otherwise I won't get the new one whenever it comes out. I finally completed a few more steps, and I'm on the step now where I have to battle 3 of the team leaders. The 3, the Cliff and Arlo, and I forget the other one I have to battle.
Shoot, I'm blanking on. And ironically, the one you're missing is the one that's the counterpart to the Mystic one. But yeah.
So yeah, but,
Sierra. There we go. Mr. Tambourine's helping us out.
Sierra, yeah. But yeah, so that's what's going on. What else? I mean, yeah, I know you did the same fight I did the other day with Thunderous or Lightningus or Invictus or whatever it was.
Well, the Mega Lopunny.
That's who it was. That's what I couldn't remember. It was Mega Lopunny.
Yeah, I did that one as well. Mine, the IVs were trash. I already got rid of it. So
yeah. I've been invited. I've got to pay attention to the name because I want to say it's like Rat Skirt. Like RATSCRT or something like that.
Yeah, Raskrit.
Raskrit, yeah. I missed a few invites by Raskrit. If you listen, I hope you do. You can hear me say sorry. Definitely not ignoring you. Or sometimes, most of the time that I've missed them, I didn't see the notification pop up on my phone. And I touch it and I get in and then it's gone. Or I just miss it. So where I can still look at the gym, right? I can still look at it, but it says there's no battle going on. So either they dropped out or they started the battle, and I can't, either way, I can't get in, right? So my apologies, and please keep sending the invites because I would definitely love to do some more battles with you.
And boom, you're going down, Giovanni.
Joe's so violent. He's so violent. It makes me uncomfortable.
Well, that's the only thing that Team Rocket respects and understands is violence.
Well, this is actually true. So I don't know what to say to that, but yes, sir, you're correct, sir. So there you go. Oh, what does Giovanni have for you? Yeah, that's right.
Yep, the Shadow Zapdos.
Big Bird and Grimace had a baby. It became a Shadow Zapdos.
And I need to be more patient. I just missed 2 from the attack animation.
Terry Wolf says he should be hitting level 49 this weekend. Need 5 more lucky trades.
But most of his lucky trades are from the podcasts, so they're not nearby. 82 lucky friends currently for Terry Wolf.
It's too bad those are all really just alternate accounts for him because he's bored. That's not too bad, right? If that were true, if it's 82 friends or accounts that he made up, he could just trade with himself and be fine.
That's true, because I think he actually did just make a new alternate account because I need to actually add it, but I saw it come across on Discord that he posted a new one that I hadn't seen before.
That's funny. Speaking of Discord, I will jump over and start pulling up those experiences of the week. If you would like to get your experience of the week onto our show, there's 2 ways to do that. You can go to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast and support the show and join our Discord, and we have a room for it called Experiences of the Week. Or you can get on Twitter and tag at Pokemon GO Pod and say hashtag Experience of the Week and share it that way. So Popeye 705 is that? No, I'm way behind because I didn't look at it last week. That's right. So
the first one is from Canned Beans from the 3rd. If you wanted to follow along on your end, and that is a Shadow Shiny Carvana. That is pretty sweet right there. Pretty sweet indeed.
Very mean looking. I dig it.
Nolte showing off that they completed the Spring into Spring collection. Pie Beagles. I'm gonna go with Pie Beagles, but showing off.
Wait. I love that the full name. Well, one is Pie Beagles 1, but then the rest of those numbers are their friend code. That is genius.
That is pretty clever right there. But yeah, so for their first ever Shadow Shiny is a Beldum. So pretty good stuff right there. A nice shiny right there. Usnatescout with the colored Easter eggs. The shiny Execute.
That's just one of the best shinies ever.
Jumping in the snow. I wish that it was more. I mean, this was Gen 1, so they didn't do hardly anything for it. But if they were going to do a costume, like this would be epic for a costume. Have each of the eggs different decorations as if they were Easter eggs for this event. Just saying.
Yeah.
And then also with 100% Execute from usnatescout. Showing off a collection challenge. He has finished 15 collections, so he's now has the gold medal, the elite collector medal.
Good job.
And yep, that's where I talk about the invite, because that was the he needed the Azumarill to finish his collection there. And then Terry showing off a shiny Azurill. It's a pretty nice green right there. Not the puke green like a lot of other shinies.
I agree. That's like a emerald, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice. It is nice.
And then Coach Kev showing off their shinies from this week. 3 shiny Chansey, 2 shiny Togepi.
Speaking of puke green.
Yep. Shiny Baneri, shiny Bunnelby, and then another shiny Bunnelby that evolved into Diggersby. But yeah, these are the shiny Chanseys with the flower crowns, your favorite ornament to go on top of a Pokemon.
I did a trainer battle the other day, because that's part of the thing. I had to finish a step, do a great battle, or a great battle league battle, rather. And I felt like the other person that I was fighting listened to the show and intentionally trolled me, because I fought a flower crown Eevee. not an evolution, or you can't evolve it, but not a shiny even. Just a regular.
You can evolve the flower crown Eevee.
And the crown will go with it?
Yep.
Okay, well, it wasn't involved evolution. It was just flower crown Eevee. And I know enough about these battles to know Eevee has no real place in these battles, because it's just right in the middle of the meta, right? So it doesn't really do crap. But I was like, I think you're trolling me, because who uses a flower crown Eevee in a great battle? Come on. I killed them. I beat them down like the dogs that they are. Ha, pun intended. So Joe's answering something there.
I sure am.
Oh no, Tuck, no. Oh man, Tuck says I think we need to get Charles a flower crown to wear on the shit. No.
And then what did I say?
No. You said you have my address. No.
I do have your address. I can send you something from Amazon. Get you a flower crown.
I probably wouldn't even put a flower crown stuffed Eevee behind me, just so you know.
No, this is going to go on you. We're going to have a flower crown Charles.
One, you're not going to deliver it by hand, and 2, you're not going to sit here and make me keep it. So good luck with that, everybody.
I'll put your wife's address on it, and I'll put a note on it saying to have her ambush you during a recording and put it on your head.
Hey, this is Tim Ring and a hundo dirty hippie Chansey.
Dirty hippie flower crown Charles. Oh yeah. And then to continue, Coach Kev showing off 200% Bunnelbees. And then Mr. Tambourine. Actually, I think you just read this one off, right? The Hundo Dirty Hippie Chansey.
Yeah. Yeah.
From Mr. Tambourine. Yeah, the shiny Meryl. With the what really gets me with this shiny family is Azurill and Meryl. Their normal forms are blue and they go to green, but then Azumarill, its normal form is blue, but instead of going to this really cool green color, it goes to yellow.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Terry Wolf showing off shinies from this past week. A shiny Politoed, 3 shiny Chanseys, the shiny Azurill that we mentioned before, a shiny Baneri, and a shiny Lotad. Coach Kev finished off his research to get his shiny Sky Blue Mew. Good stuff there with Infestation and Focus Blast. I honestly don't know what the best setup for Mew is as far as moves go, because Mew has a huge move pool.
Man, if only Terry Wolf was here to tell us.
Well, there's also websites you can go to that rank each iteration, each possibility of their movesets. Popeye showing off their shinies and 100%. There's a 100% Baneri, a shiny Bunnelby, and a shiny Flower Crown Chansey.
Which I haven't seen hardly any Chanseys during this event. Now, to be fair, I haven't been up and running like active very often, but in an event, usually, I'm not saying I'd see a shiny, but usually, I mean, like with Pikachu, they'll barely say, oh, the event has started, and then without me even opening it, there's like 4 Flower Crown Pikachu sitting there waiting. You know, that's kind of what I'm comparing it to.
Yeah. And then Terry with the Togepi, 100%, and another shiny Flower Crown Chansey. And then Nolte showing off 3 new 100%, a Flower Crown Chansey, an Azurill, and a Baneri. And then Nolte also showing off shinies, 3 shiny Baneri, shiny Togepi, shiny Sentret, and a shiny Pichu. And if I'm not mistaken, and Togepi doesn't. Okay, I didn't think so. But the Pichu has the Flower Crown, so shiny Flower Crown Pichu. And then these, I think we already listed all of these from Terry except for the shiny Glameow and a shiny Poliwag. And then Old Man Tup coming in with a shiny Minun. I like the shiny Minun a lot more than the shiny Plusle. But again, it's actually that same green as the Azurill and the Marill. So that's pretty cool. Terry coming in just before the show with a shiny Krogunk.
And good on you, man. Good on you, but damn, that's a lot. That's a lot.
And then we've got Hallowed Robin showing off shiny Bunnelby, Zubat, Sentret, and Executor, as well as a 100% Ghastly with a smiley face in front of its name. And those have been the experiences of the week here in our Discord.
Yeah, in our Discord.
So there is that. And let's go on over to our discussion from this past week. It was provided by one of your all-time favorite people, Zenzalu.
Who?
Oh, sorry. If I held up a picture with a gravestone that said Zenzalu, would you have recognized it?
Maybe. Maybe.
So for those that don't recall from this past week, the discussion point was, what are your thoughts on Pokemon/accounts being sold on eBay? And so we've got 2 comments here on our subreddit. That is reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast. If you want to participate in those, we try to remember each week to have a discussion point, and we've been pretty good.
I think we're almost at that point where the audience is going to start suggesting the discussion point,
and that is perfectly fine. If you want to come onto the subreddit and submit your own discussion point, feel free to do that,
or on Twitter. Yeah, but I mean, the subreddit will find it, and other people can see it and comment on it there for sure. Yes, but I think in general, you know what? I'm gonna throw a challenge out tonight while we're doing this live in the chat room. Go ahead and get in your mind what you want next week's discussion point to be, and we'll discuss. But Joe, I got you. You're talking to somebody. So our idea is, how do you feel about Pokemon being sold. That came up. Actually, I saw that come up in some other chat somewhere or on Reddit somewhere. And my personal opinion on it is okay. Because it's like, well, in this game, you have to sell the whole account. You can't just, because of how trading works, you can't just sell the Pokemon. It's not that easy. I'm sure it can be done. And there's plenty of people who will try to get it done that way. And I can imagine the purists are either going, man, I had to grind it, this and that and the other. Well, yeah, you did. But just because I had to learn on a stick shift with no such thing as power steering to drive, does that mean my kid has to? I mean, would it benefit him? Probably, but does he have to? No, he can buy an auto parking freaking car that'll stop for him and everything. I'm not saying we're doing that. I'm saying, so changed my mind. I'm definitely open to discussion, but I don't see the point of why you would care if somebody buys a Pokemon account on eBay. Now, that's the first point. The second point, though, is you got to be careful because it's way too easy to scam things. And if it's against terms of service, then you're getting what you asked for. They might figure out that all of a sudden you bought this and they'll shut you down. And you can't be mad about that. You can't complain about that if it's against terms of service, which I'm sure it probably is. Joe, what do you think?
All right. So let's go ahead and read what we've got here from US Nate Scout and Gringo Suave first, and then I'll add my comments to it. So from US Nate Scout, we have, I dislike the idea of selling Pokemon on eBay in general, not just Pokemon Go. But the TCG, Charles, that means trading card game. The main series games. But the TCG, the main series games, shinies, and any Pokemon merch. So he's got issues with all of that as well. The only people who benefit are scalpers and hackers. It has been impossible to buy any Pokemon cards, which kills the fun and enjoyment of collection. The game we all play is all about collecting. There is no fun when people only see the dollar signs. That's a very interesting take on that. I don't know how I feel about selling, say, merch and cards on eBay. But yeah, I do get that. Yes, it benefits scalpers. And I will add, they're not saying that they don't agree with people selling, like the Pokemon company selling merch or selling the cards. They disagree with it being sold on eBay specifically. So before anybody gets all crazy about that,
curious.
They don't like the resells.
Sure, but that's always been a thing. It's just been in the hand to hand. I mean, you can go back as far as you can go back. I mean, snake oil salesman in the Wild West, right? That's essentially what we're talking about. Now, I know snake oil salesman is fake medicine, blah, 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 but the idea was I have this thing that can work, and I'm going to go to this town and try to sell it to a bunch of people for a while. Or the entertainers, right? They bring a show to town, work it for a week, get some money, and then leave, right? So the resell of things, that is just, to me, part of the market. Are there scalpers? Yeah. Are there people that it's kind of crappy? Yeah. But is it okay? Is it okay? Man, they were into a whole show. Get rid of all the topics. This is our show tonight. Is it okay for the Pokemon company to make a rare card so rare that you're spending ultimately hundreds of dollars buying the packs, hoping to get that one to not get it? And then it's so rare that when somebody does get it and they realize the value of it, then they turn around and sell it, but you're mad at them selling it on eBay, but you're not mad at the company for making it so rare that it's valuable. And I don't know how, I'm really kind of addressing a general argument based off of this argument.
My biggest,
how much do you really spend to chase that down?
My biggest issue are the people who intentionally buy just to resell. Like that intentionally
Walmart?
That intentionally
You're
cause
Walmart.
Well, okay, that intentionally cause
Pokemon to sell it in their store.
That intentionally cause products shortages to raise the price.
Well, but see, now you're playing into intent. Is there intent to raise the price?
For some people, yeah.
Intent?
Like when the PS5 first came out, yeah, that's exactly what they were doing.
You can't single-handedly do that, is what I'm saying, especially in today's market.
Yeah, but I mean, people using bots to purchase stuff, just like with the ticket sales. People were using bots to buy tickets to Go Fest.
Bring it back. Okay, now that's one that we can bring it back to the show, right? And talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but that we said it at this time on the show. That's still on Niantic. That's still on the creator to fix that and to acknowledge it. In fact, I was proud of our society this year when the PS5 sold out like that because of bots at Walmart. People didn't go, oh, scalpers. Oh, but they went, Walmart, this is how this goes. How dare you not have security in place to stop this? And like, good on you, because it was on Walmart to stop it. It's their platform. Niantic, it was their platform. And they have taken, through the years, taken more and more measures to make sure that people can be a part of this. But that's really not the topic. But yeah.
And then we've got another comment here from El Gringo Suave. El Gringo Suave says, concerning Pokemon Go, I think it's just silly, to put it nicely. Focusing that much on gaining money seems to take the spirit out of the game. However, I can see that if a person is wanting to spend their money on that, it most likely isn't hurting others. However, I still think it's silly to be so invested as to turn to buying monsters and accounts. So my biggest issue, I think my biggest issue with that whole thing when it comes to Pokemon Go specifically is buying monsters. The only way to really facilitate that is through spoofing. So you're cheating in order to sell. I don't like that. Now, if it's a local market, I honestly don't really have a problem with that. If you're not cheating, if you're not spoofing, I really don't.
But I mean, all honesty, how do you sell an individual mon without just being face to face to trade? So
if you had a group like for instance, a Discord group, a local Discord group where you could buy and sell specific Pokemon. Now, even when you do that, Niantic already has the system in place where if you trade, the IVs are randomized. So it's not like you can say, oh, I'm trading this 100% IV Pokemon or this perfect IV Pokemon for PvP. You can't do that in this game. It doesn't work.
Right, which is a safeguard.
It is a safeguard. And then if they wanted to also get around it by selling the entire account to somebody, and then that person could take the account and say, okay, I'm going to take all of these great Pokemon from this account and put them on my main account. That would also be an issue in my book, personally.
I don't know. I disagree with that. I mean, okay, to the point, Summoner's War. You play Summoner's War.
I do.
I think this mechanic is in there. Are there not the ability to put money into that game to buy a character, or at least shards of a character, or a weapon, or something specific in that game? Not in that one.
No, I know. So in Summoner's War, you can put money in for a chance because you just summon from the whole pool. Summoner's War is a huge money sink for those that want to spend money on it, and
well, and it might be a bad example.
Well, and the company themselves has some shadiness going on right now with drama, with inside people selling stuff off to the side to players.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. So they've got a whole bunch of. That's an entirely other area and other issues, but yeah. So anyway, this was a very good discussion. If you want to still get in on this discussion, the post is still there on our subreddit. And I'll try to, if you do comment on it, I will try to remember to bring up an updated discussion for next week, because I do think that this will be a hot topic even moving forward. So
yeah, I do want to make one last little thought on it, okay. Which is what I was trying to get to with the Summoner's War that I used wrong. I know in my game, Strike Force, they put out offers for ridiculous amounts of money, like $50, but it'll guarantee you get Silver Surfer. To me, that's the same. It's the same thing. They're doing it in their own game, and nobody. I mean, people get mad about it, but nobody. It's a it has a different discussion than
Niantic does that though. Paid events. Niantic does that.
Yeah. So
Just
I'm
like
thinking,
you're not going to be getting the shiny Mew because you didn't participate in that event.
Yeah, to me, it's all the same part of the discussion is whether I sell the account or Niantic sells, something. It's the same. The only real argument you can make against this is terms of service, because it is Niantic's product and they own it. And if they say it's wrong, it's wrong. Other than that, I'm more libertarian on it. Live and let live. If you want to sell your account, knock yourself out.
I could be wrong, but I want to say there is a clause in the terms of service that states that accounts are non-transferable.
I think
could
you're
be
right.
wrong, but I think that's how it is. Now, granted, I know in my area there's a group of players that play on one account, but it's not nefarious. They're playing on it because the woman whose account it was originally was well known in our community, and she passed away. And one of her dying wishes was that they continue playing on her account.
It's in memory.
And so they trade off playing on her account and catching newer Pokemon and things. And I think that's pretty classy, personally. But.
Yeah, and when I buy Terry Wolf's account, it'll be in his memory of how he had his first account. He won't be dead. He won't have his first account anymore. But it's a memory,
and that will be the only way you'll get to level 50 this decade.
You're probably not wrong. But on that, I want to take a break to have an off-air talk with Joe about how he talks to me on air. Bye, everybody. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, the commercial is running.
Awesome.
But yeah. Oh, man. Mr. Tambourine. At least then Charles will get a Snorlax. Oh.
I've got a Snorlax.
My commercial is the new Mortal Kombat movie.
It looks so good. I don't know. Is that your kind of thing, Joe? So I don't know how you stand on violence in movies.
I probably won't see it simply because it's rated R, and in general, I don't watch rated R movies.
Sure.
But I think it looks good. We'll go with that. But yeah, cool. I probably won't watch it.
And that type of movie, it should be rated R. I mean, I'm sure it's rated R for all the violence. It's going to be violent. It's a fighting game. It's going to be violent.
Yeah, I mean, the game itself, finish him, and then one guy rips out their spine, and
Awesome. I saw Godzilla versus King Kong, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna play some music and come back in here. I'll put another marker.
Da, 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 da.
Inside me, and it's always there to guide me. It's in my heart and in my soul, leading me to the ultimate goal.
This has that 90s praise music vibe too, doesn't it? Yeah, you were the church that had that praise band on stage.
Yeah, my church doesn't do that.
Oh, Jesus caught them all.
Well,
yeah, no, I'm not.
Well, then.
Your church doesn't do that. But yeah. All right, we are here, and I've been afraid to open the notes. I'm going to do it now. And come on, Joe, you're killing me. 20 times. Sorry,
it's okay. It's okay, because a lot of these are going to be super quick. Trust me. But apparently,
bring in the good sauce.
But apparently, usnatescout is currently sending in a speakpipe. So, FYI.
All right. See.
So this comes to us from El Gringo Suave, like you said, and it is your favorite type of infographic.
It is.
So yes, this is a Flork of Cows chart on how to Lopunny, Mega Lopunny. So yeah, Mega Lopunny is, if I'm remembering correctly, normal fighting type. So yeah. You want to take birds against it. Flying types are going to be good. Psychics are going to be good. I like how they call Mewtwo a cat boy. Best cat boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it advises Mewtwo, double psychic, Metagross, fairy or psychic on... Oh, snap. I'm forgetting Ralts's evolved form. I'm going to have to... look it up real quick. Gallade. I don't know why I was forgetting Or no, Gardevoir. Sorry, it's Gardevoir. Gallade is the alternate form. Gardevoir. There's Moltres. There is Latios and, and Conkeldurr. So
that's just a mouth. That's not you're chewing rock, Conkeldurr.
you have a Conkeldurr, don't you?
I do. I got mine before yours.
Yep. I don't know if I have a Conkeldurr.
I know that
I'm horrible when it comes.
I want to totally beat them to the punch, and I did.
I catch a lot of Pokemon, but I'm horrible when it comes to actually evolving them. So, but yeah, it's good stuff. Basically, you want to use Psychic or Flying type are the main ones that you want to use against it. So Fairy types will be good too, but.
I don't even remember I just took what was suggested the other night when we did it, and it worked.
I mean, fighting type works as well. That's why it's suggesting Conkeldurr. I just threw a whole bunch of vintage Punchman at it, aka the four-armed. Oh shoot! I was gonna say the character from.
Gordo. What's his name?
The four-armed guy from Mortal Kombat. But anyway, it's
Machamp. I remember what he's called. So there you go.
Yep. Machamp's in Mortal Kombat. If you didn't know that, he's a bit uglier in Mortal Kombat though.
Mortal Pokemon.
Battle to the death.
So more cool stuff. Not really. This beats a Flower Crown. I will say. This beats a Flower Crown, and it is kind of classy, but Lapras is going to get a bow tie.
Well, obviously, Lapras is going to be the next Doctor.
I could take that. Lapras could make a good Doctor, especially the shiny Lapras.
Lapras the Time Wizard.
So yeah, that is an interesting thing there. How do you feel about it, Joe?
It's fine with me. Give the Loch Ness Monster its dues. Make him all formal. I wish they would have included the whole black suit and everything. Would have been great.
Top hat. Oh, a monocle, a top hat. Yeah, man.
A bow tie, monocle, and a top hat. That would be epic.
That would be epic. So good. See, we're better at this than Niantic is. No.
So, but yeah, a lot of tonight is going to be from Pokeminers, actually. There's been a lot of asset updates and other pushes, so stuff is going to be coming in the future, and so a lot of tonight is going to be previews.
So what's this next preview that we've pulled over here?
Ooh, yeah, they added a lot of new megas to the back end to the game.
That pincer, if I saw that in the dark at night, there's not enough roach spray in the world. Holy crap. That's scary.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. So we've got Mega Kangaskhan, who the biggest change there is the baby hops out of the pouch. And actually, in the main series games, what that does is actually adds another, I think, 50% damage to Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Kangaskhan was actually quite popular in the TCG tournament, or not the TCG tournament, the main series tournaments for a long time. So yeah, and then you said Mega Pinsir, there's Mega Aerodactyl, both Mega Mewtwo's, so Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. And then there's Mega Sableye. You like that?
Which
Mega
is one of
Sableye,
my favorites. Yeah, because it's like, this jewel can't fit in my head no more. I'm still gonna carry it around.
See, and you have a shiny Sableye, so you could turn that guy into a Mega. Mega Mawile. Mega Sharpedo. Mega Banette. I wonder why Mega Banette's shiny form is grayed out there. Maybe it didn't. That asset didn't get pushed yet. And then Mega Rayquaza, same thing. So it sounds like the Mega Rayquaza shiny form that asset didn't get pushed either. What do you think about that Mega Rayquaza?
It's also scary. It's almost like it's got legs and arms. It's really cool. I love the spikes on the head, the blade thing. The one I'm most disappointed with in all of this, Sharpedo. They just kind of made him bigger. That was it. Everybody else gets this cool transformation.
Yeah, but he gets.
Mega Mawil's the same thing. Mega, I don't see much of a difference between Sharpedo and Mawile to their megas.
But Mega Sharpedo looks like he's got a bunch of battle scars on him, kind of like the T-Rex from Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom. Gets those extra battle scars.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But overall, I think this is cool.
What do you think of the spikes on Mega Aerodactyl?
He definitely looks more dinosaurish. I mean, he's got the kind of like the wings come back makes him look lizardish, but then the fins on his head kind of has that lizard reptile feel. It definitely makes him more dinosaur-esque, I think, which he already was dinosaur-esque.
See, and I think he just looks funny. Like he's got a giant pointy goatee and some really bushy eyebrows.
That I can see that now. I can definitely see that now. Hey man, you want to play some jazz? Come on.
Mega Jazzadactyl.
Nah, I like it. But you talked about how the shiny Sableye could do the mega, but it takes forever to get the mega candies or whatever it is to convert. To get that, and then you use 200 in a blast, and then it's going to take forever to get more. But more than likely, Mega Pinsir is going to be my first.
After the first time you Mega Evolve them, the cost goes down for subsequent evolutions, but still, yeah.
Okay, well that does help, but yeah. Now more Megas. It's a 3DS, what? 3D only. What's 3D only mean?
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So these are, by 3D only, they mean that only the models have been added, not stats and other things to go along with it.
Got it.
Yeah, so the previous ones that we mentioned, they had more than just the models. These ones, it's just the models.
Got it.
And of course, Mega Alakazam needs more spoons.
Because why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean,
he is the Matrix. Come on.
Abra has 0 spoons. Kadabra has 1. Alakazam has 2. Mega Alakazam, 5. Let's just go with 5. But yeah, so then we've got Mega Scizor, Mega Heracross, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Sceptile, Mega Swampert, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Medicham, Mega Altaria, who really just looks like a fluffy cloud. Mega Absol, Mega Latios and Latias. Wait a second. No, those... Oh, no, that is say Latios and Latias. But the colors on those, I think they messed up because they look identical. I'd have to double check. Maybe they do look identical. I've never actually Mega Evolved a Latios or a Latios before in the main series game. So, but then there's Mega Garchomp, Mega Lucario, which I think will be a lot of people's favorites. Lucario seems to be a fan favorite, especially since it's in Smash Brothers. And then Mega Audino. So,
and I mean, these are nothing wrong with any of them. But Mega Tyranitar looks like he's a bass player in a 1980s hair metal band. He's got the big shoulder pads coming up. He's like, we will. I don't know.
Rock you.
Swampert is just bigger fists. Heracross got swole. He's skipped leg day, but he's definitely done arm day at the gym. Scizor looks just more Transformer-esque, if that makes sense. I mean, okay, Gardevoir, she got a big skirt. That's her Mega. She went from a nice evening gown dress to prom skirt.
She added the wiring to her skirt. Now she can't sit
Mega,
down.
Okay, Dr. Hamill puts in their friend code there for raid, so there you go. Check that out in the live chat here. And Old Man Top says Mega Altaria gets that lovely Dragon Fairy type when it megas. So there you go. It changes type. So that is cool.
There we go.
Now, some more stuff possibly coming. This is basically just a breakdown. And great. It's graphics. Go to our show notes. It really breaks this stuff down easy. You can just look at it. But this is basically just a Pokemon breakdown show tonight. Power up Pokestops. This sounds cool.
Yeah, so actually, before I saw this on Reddit, Terry Wolf had actually shared this in our Discord. But we don't know a lot of details other than Pokestops are apparently going to have levels. We don't know to what degree or to what effect. It seems like, and what my theory is the same as Terry's theory. It sounds like a great theory. Is that if you level it up, then you'll get more items from it. I think this will be comparable to the different levels that you can get at gyms. So gyms, you can have bronze, silver, and gold gyms. And so I think that this will be comparable. So Pokestops that you visit frequently, perhaps you can raise the level by spinning them frequently. Maybe even they'll gain experience if you put lore modules on them. I could see them doing that as a way to incentivize people using lore modules more.
Sure, yeah.
So, but that's all speculation. All we know is that in the APK teardown, there are new images for Pokestops. It has references to levels for Pokestops, and that's all we currently know. So,
well, that's a step in the right direction. I like the idea. And while we don't know what it will do something, because they're not going to put an aesthetic in the game because, level it up. What do we get from it? The pleasure of leveling it up. People will freaking riot.
You mean they don't put useless aesthetics in the game like flower crowns?
Oh, no, there's idiots who want that, Joe. There's plenty of idiots who want that, but not me.
So what you're saying is you want flower crown Pokestops.
If there was an exit button on this like there is on StreamYard, my camera just disappeared on you. Yeah, it disappeared on you. So we got an asset update. Another wave of Gen 6 and more have been added. A lot of great graphics here. I love the Panda Express bears.
Yeah, Pangoro. I do like Pangoro.
Mountain goats, the pandas, the sword tails. Man, that whole first line is actually pretty cool. Actually, Gen 6 might be my jam. Gen 6 is like monster freaking central. These look like pocket monsters. This is what I'm talking about.
Especially that bottom left one, right?
Crap. Gen 6, let's do this.
Your favorite's that bottom left one, right?
The Zimmeril?
No. I'm blanking on his name, but he's a Pikachu wannabe from Gen 6.
It looks like Zimmeril's cousin, Moomeril.
He's featured in the anime. The little girl carries one around. I can't remember its name.
But no, come on. All the bosses, and you're going to focus on little pocket mice.
What do you? So you want to know something funny?
Sure.
The one next to it is a dragon type. That's
interesting.
Yeah.
The snail, the dragon type.
Yeah,
well, okay. It evolves into those dragons that look like was it reading tales? That dragon show on PBS that taught kids to read and go to libraries and stuff. Dragon Tales, whatever it was.
Okay.
It looks like that.
Yeah, so that's Sliggoo, Goomy, and Goodra. And then Old Man Tup is letting us know that the one in the bottom left was Dedenne.
Yeah, nobody asked. Thanks.
And then all of the rest on that bottom row are the carton art Pokemon. So for X, Y, and then Zygarde is there on the bottom right. So
I still don't have a parrot. I still don't have my Toucan Sam, man. I see people like Terry Wolf have it. I'm like jealous. I like that. But no, man. Gen 6. I am a graphic snob, and so just seeing a variety and the craziness here, I love it. I love it.
wonder if they forgot to add Tyrantrum's 3D model. So middle, the third row, you see the little T-Rex?
Close it out. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All of these other ones, I'm seeing the evolved forms, but not for that one. Tyrantrum is actually pretty sweet. I used him during my Pokemon Pokemon Y playthrough. But yeah, I really for Gen 6, I really like the fossil Pokemon from Gen 6. They're pretty sweet. So
yeah, they're just so old. I don't know why I'm typing in all caps. I must hit the wrong button. Pokemon Snap, new Pokemon Snap has been getting a big push across the Switch and news outlets talking about gaming and this and that and the other. And apparently there's going to be a tie-in event, including quests to take pictures of wild mons, Friendship Day Collection Challenge, and more is coming out here. And I'm down with that. I actually have all the things you expect me to hate in this game, I hate. I would expect me to hate this. I don't. I'm okay with taking pictures of the Pokemon, mostly because it scratches that itch of, something pops up and I get something for it. You give me something, I will use tasks all day long if you give me something for it.
Like the Trubbish quest being added. You're all for that.
Will it give me something?
Trubbish?
Well, yeah, Trubbish.
But yeah,
I was all for it the first time I got him. But after that,
I was a big fan of Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64. For those that are unfamiliar with Pokemon Snap on the 64, it's a game where you rode around taking pictures of Pokemon. You had to throw apples and other stuff in order to get them to go to different places and interact with them to get better pictures and whatnot. It actually originally started as something completely unrelated to Pokemon when they first started the project, and then they switched it to Pokemon partway through, and I think it would have failed miserably without the Pokemon IP on it.
Yeah.
And the character that you are in Pokemon Snap has made appearances in the anime as well, so that's there as well. But yeah, fun game.
I think it was a groundbreaking mechanic when it first came out.
It was definitely a very different game from anything else, especially anything else in the Pokemon realm. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I will probably eventually get the one for the Switch at some point. I have a backlog of games that I haven't even touched yet, but I'll probably get it and play it, and we'll see. But yeah, good stuff.
Honestly, I probably won't, just because it's, as a whole game, it's not something that attracts me. But I might, for my kids, I might throw it on the GameFly account and let it come in, and we'll play it for a weekend and send it back. But
a good way to do it.
In game, I'm down. In game, like, give me some tasks to do where I take pictures, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, you've always been more fond of the picture taking than I have, anyway.
Yeah. All right, next up is
Rivals.
It's Alabama versus Pokemon right here.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, okay, you live in Tennessee. You know exactly how that works, Joe. We're not foosball kind of people. We know how the foosball stuff works.
I don't follow sports like at all, so I think you're giving me too much credit. Anyway, so Rivals Week, April 13th to the
You're telling me you don't know the name of a single freaking team in your state.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
So shut it and read the article, Joe.
Just because I know the team. You're silly.
We digress.
All right. So Skrelp and Clauncher.
I think you had a stroke. Are you smelling toast, Joe?
Not right now. So Skrelp and Clauncher will be making their way into the game.
Are you sure? I think you're smelling toast saying words like that. Hold your hands out. Come on, close your eyes. Hold your hands out.
All right.
You do it. His tongue out too. All right. What gen are these guys?
Gen 5. Nope, 6. 6. They're
Okay.
Gen 6. So these are some new Pokemon that are coming to the game. Skrelp is Poison Water type. Clauncher is Water type. You'll be hearing more about Clauncher a little bit later for reasons. Skrelp is basically a oh shoot, what's the type of seahorse that is? Weedy Sea Dragon seahorse.
Oh, those are the coolest seahorses, actually.
Yeah, and so that's a seahorse, and Clauncher is a new lobster. That's what he is. But yeah, so those are going to be coming. They're making their debut. They'll be appearing in the wild and in raids and in field research. So go ahead and grab them wherever you want to. Therian form Landorus will be making its debut. So that is nice. I am very much hoping that Therian form Landorus fulfills the quest line to take a picture because I still haven't found someone local to trade me Landorus.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then during Rivals Week for the Global Challenge Arena, all trainers around the world can work together to win raid battles and unlock a 2 times catch Stardust bonus for the duration of the event. Which, anytime that there's a bonus that we can unlock, it's going to get unlocked. Because, even if they have to fudge the numbers like they did for the first Go Fest, it'll happen.
I kind of would like to see a day where they don't. It's kind of like I'm waiting for the day in a big movie that the bad guy wins and the heroes don't save the day. That's, just to see it one time happen. I just want to see one time they go, y'all were close. You got within like 30, but you didn't make it. Sorry. I just want to see the world lose its mind over that for a minute.
Oh, man. And then I did post the link to the infographic there. We do have an infographic to go along with all of this as well. They are, for Rivals Week, they're focusing a lot on fighting type Pokemon or Pokemon who in their lore like to fight. So they're going to be spawning stuff like Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Makuhita, Meditite, Zangoose, Seviper, which Zangoose and Seviper, the mechanic there, for those that don't know, in later series games like Gen 6, you can run into a group of Pokemon instead of a single Pokemon when you get into a wild encounter. And usually they're all the same Pokemon. That is not the case for Zangoose and Seviper. They will have a mixed group, and they will actually fight each other. And so that's, part of their lore, because a Mongoose and a Viper are enemies IRL. So there's that. I've seen too many reaction videos where one of the Pokemon that spawns in a group of those two is shiny, and before they can catch the shiny one of the other ones kills it.
Oh no! Oh no! That's so horrible.
So yeah, and then in eggs, they're mixing up the eggs, of course. So Machop, Tyrogue, Elekid, Magby, Makuhita, Meditite, Zangoose, and Seviper are going to be in 5k eggs. They're mixing up the raids. So we're going to see Nidoking and Nidoqueen in raids, as well as Zangoose and Seviper. And then, like I mentioned before, the Therian form Landorus. So there's that as well. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, probably. I mean, I don't know. I'm so desensitized to events these days because we're always in an event. So I like the wow factor is kind of gone. It's just there needs to be an event all the time, or else what's going on? Niantic, you're failing. Do you ever feel that way, Charles?
Every day? No, not every day, but a lot less now than it used to be when we first started out.
Oh yeah, because back then it was maybe once a month, once every other month there was an event. Now it's, hey, this week it's this event, this week it's this event, this week it's this event, and there's basically constantly an event going on. So anyway,
Yeah.
that is Rivals Week. Again, that is April 13th to the 18th. And so that is that. Niantic, their Twitter page, I haven't actually checked in-game this, but they tweeted out that being able to see the egg pool is now possible for everybody. That's been pushed to everyone.
So what does
this.
that really do for us?
Is it
It kind of lets you know
only
what
going to
you
be? I wonder if it's only going to be on new eggs that I find. I thought they said click on the egg and you'll be able to see the list of possible Pokemon. But I'm clicking on the eggs, so maybe it hasn't been pushed. But it says, this was posted April 7th, so yesterday, says from Niantic Support, we are excited to share that all trainers will now be able to see which Pokemon may hatch from eggs in their inventory. Tap an egg to see a list of possible Pokemon and their rarity level. And usnatescout is confirming it is only on new eggs. So eggs that I got before they push this live will not show those on them. So.
Gotcha.
All of my eggs are predated, so I cannot show that here live.
Yeah, I don't think I've had any new eggs. Man, maybe I have. I'll have to check. So, sorry, I got distracted for a second. Work stuff. But we got this graphic. Is that what we looked at already?
Yeah, we already looked at the infographic, and now we're down on the last item on our list.
Clawitzer, though. Clawitzer. I'd pay $20 to eat that at dinner. That's gonna be cool. So yeah, last one. Are we there yet, Joe? Are we there yet?
Yeah, it's a real short one.
All right, remix. Great League is remixed. All right, we're good. Now, what are you talking about? Remix.
All right, so there has been an update that came out this to basically an announcement for the Go Battle League. There is a league that is starting called the Great League Remix, and it will run from the April 12th to April 26th, and it will exclude a lot of Pokemon that are quite popular in Great League. So Venusaur, Raichu, Alolan Raichu, Marowak, Alolan Marowak, Azumarill, Umbreon, Skarmory, Swampert, Galvantula, Stunfisk, Galarian Stunfisk, and Talonflame will not be available for the Great League Remix. Does that surprise you that Stunfisk is popular enough in Great League to get a ban?
Yes, very much so.
I suspected it would be, because, we all know how much you love Stunfisk, that flat little
Doesn't make
Pokemon.
sense that it can do anything. I mean, I get it, but it doesn't make sense. All right, so we've got a few speak pipes to do here. Make sure everything's turned
Did you
up.
get the brand new one from US Nate Scout?
Oh no, I got the brand 4 ones from Nate Scout. All right, Jackie K, shot this one in. Here we go.
Greetings, interwebs. It's Jackie K, and welcome for another edition of Shadow Pokemon Trivia. The continuation, because Jackie K's here fighting the speak pipe limit. Just want to add a little more on to what I talked about last week in regards to the main character of Coliseum. Let's just call him Wes. I think that's the default name in Coliseum. Like a lot of the older Pokemon games, you actually got like 3 different default names to choose from, but only one true default lies amidst them. As I've alluded to the last part, Wes kind of plays out like an anti-hero. You begin the game blowing up a facility ran by an evil organization, but within maybe an hour of the game, if even that, you find out that you actually used to work for that organization, you as a character, and decide to just turn against them, and that's the whole reason you're snagging away Shadow Pokemon from the bad guys, because you're trying to get them back. That facility you blew up turns out to be a way that they were mass-producing Pokeballs to snag away trainers, and the device that on your arms that you use throughout the adventure that we usually associate with snagging was kind of like a portable version of that device. So while you aren't quite a bad guy in Pokemon Coliseum, I definitely can't think of a main series game that actually gets even that close. Food for thought for aspiring Team Rocketers.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're saving the Pokemon. I get that you're taking them.
Yeah.
You're stealing them.
So we're
But
PETA? PETA people for the ethical treatment of Pokemon? Is that what's going on here?
pet.
Yeah. All right. Nate Scout, what you got? Here we go.
Hey guys, usnatescout here. I'm not from Nashville. So, Charles, I kind of see where you're getting at with but Walmart sells it. Why can't other people sell it? But there's a lot of things wrong.
Wait.
And
You're
as
going to
someone
call me
who
out in the
collects-
middle of my own show on stuff I said on this show? How dare you, sir?
Pokemon. Let me explain how it's been hurting the community lately. So, since about like 4 months into the pandemic, so almost a year now, there's been a worldwide Pokemon shortage, like Pokemon card shortage, which is hilarious because then that was the first 5 things to go. Because I also work at a retail store that sells a lot of the first things that go. So ink went, printers went, chairs went, desk went, and Pokemon cards went, which is hilarious to me. But because the cards were getting printed less and less, like everything else was, and we were getting ready for the 25th anniversary. Between that and what Logan Paul was doing, opening the classic boxes and pulling a Shadowless Charizard, which before its PSA grade 10 is like a $10,000 card, and that was before the inflation of the pandemic and the surge of 25th anniversary. So it's a ton of money right now.
Nerd.
Yeah, it is.
But between all of that, they went through and they got a bunch of cards, and it's expensive now. So people go out of their way, like stocking restockers at Target and buying cards so other people can enjoy them. I will explain the rest of this in part dos.
This is a full Netflix documentary here.
So whenever anyone goes to try and buy cards, they physically can't. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. People go to the stores and they like stalk the people who stock the shelves, and they go and they buy not just 1 or 2 packs like the normal human being would. They buy 50, 60, to the point where like Target was selling cards that were 5 years old that wouldn't sell off the shelf, and they were gone the next day. And that's been going on for months now. And since that, we've had 5 or 6 set releases. We've had basically since the start of Sword and Shield, minus the first 3 sets, which was the base set, the one with the lightning boy who plays the guitar on his stomach, and the giant elephant rock guy. Ever since those sets, we've been out of cards, basically, including there's a special anniversary set that we've now been out of. There's a new set that just came out that's like struggling. And it's not just that. It's now anything with a Pokemon logo on it. So you go to Walmart or you go to Target, you go to any store that would normally sell it, even online, it's just sold and resold at markup value. So we can get mad at Walmart for selling them, but they're selling them at MSRP, or for Charles, that's in-store prices compared to how every other store is set to sell them at. They're selling at MSRP. A normal pack is like $4.99, and you get 10 cards guaranteed, 1 rare and 1 reverse holo with a chance of getting more. But people are taking the 1 pack and selling them.
It cut off. Yep. So here we go.
So people have been buying packs and just selling them online. And the pack normally goes for like $4 or $5 a pack. And the rate they're going right now is up to $20 a pack, which is a huge inflation rate. But that's just for 1 pack. There was a special set that dropped a little bit ago that had shiny Pokemon that everyone was hunting for. We've been hyped. They announced it months ago, or almost a year ago, actually, before it released, because it was getting ready for the 25th anniversary set. And it had a bunch of shiny Pokemon, bunch of regular Pokemon, and it immediately sold out. Like, I've been hunting for that for months, and that's the same thing that happened with the McDonald's cards that you mentioned months ago. People realized, ooh, Pikachu's on it. There's a card shortage. The regular collectors like, ooh, a guaranteed way to go get cards. And the salespeople or the people on eBay were like, ooh, a guaranteed quick dollar, which is what drives me away from the entire situation at this point, and from people selling them. And it doesn't make sense because those are the scalpers making buy. But if you go on eBay and just look at Pokemon, you're going to scroll through and you're going to find Pokemon Go accounts. Buy this shiny in Pokemon Go. Buy this shiny with 6 stars for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Buy this 5-star Chansey shiny for Let's Go Pikachu. Like, that doesn't make a difference. That's someone going out of their way, and especially on the video games, they're not playing the realistic game and sending out fake information and fake items throughout the games. That doesn't make any sense to me of why we should be okay with allowing people to hack our game and mess.
And one more.
This doesn't make any sense. Like, we're allowing people to hack into our games, mess with our game data, and see the numbers that we have. And like, ooh, you really want this? You've been playing real hard for this. Ooh, well, I'm gonna make a cheap buck. I'm gonna break the game the way the game was not supposed to be played, play it illegally, and then send it to you and have you think that you got a regular good Pokemon. And it's the same thing for all the regular games, but it's worse with like any kind of merch, because the Pokemon company is allowed to sell their own merch, but people will go online and they'll buy it out and then they'll sell it for tons of money. There's a skateboard that just got released for 25th anniversary, $200 skateboard. The next week, it was on eBay for $500. That's a $300 markup on something that was $200 plus shipping and handling of like $5. And like, that's crazy, but that's after 2 weeks. After the first week, it was on there for like multiple thousands of dollars, and people didn't think they'd get their hands on it because it's driven people insane. So collectors who would normally go through and support their community and also buy Pokemon cards from like their local card shops now are forced to stick to the option. Do I want to help my local community or do I want to collect my passion? And it's just unfair to the collectors, and it's unfair for everyone who's in the situation to have to go through that. I'm sorry that was a very long rant, but I figured it needed to be out there if we're having a conversation like this, and I'm better with my words than I am my thumbs and typing.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much for the show. I love it so much. Deuces.
This is an argument that's been made over and over again on different shows about different things that involve community selling, and I put it on personal responsibility. You said it. Collectors didn't think they'd get their hands on it, or they didn't want to wait. The reason it's multiple thousands of dollars because somebody's paying that, right? You know, Joe, you referenced the PS5 earlier, how it got bots bought them and they immediately went on eBay. They're still on eBay. And that's one of the only places to get it on is on eBay right now for $8,000-$9,000. $100, $800 or $900 to $1,000, whatever. And people are spending it. That's communicating. That's why this could have been a whole episode versus just a discussion segment. Is you're not wrong, but you're also not 100% right, in my personal opinion. And it's just an opinion, right? This is just a discussion. It's no real facts there. But does it suck? Yes, it sucks. Did they take the time to do the work and go get the money and buy 50 packs? Yes, they did. Is somebody going to spend $100 to get one pack from them? Well, we'll see. You won't. I won't. But somebody is. Otherwise, the market wouldn't be there. They'd be stuck unloading like Target was. They're stuck unloading 5-year-old card packs because nobody's buying it.
But now people are buying them like crazy.
It's that is the true heart of supply and demand. Mm-hmm. But no, you're wrong, and I like your thoughts, and you had good thoughts on it. I said, did I say you're wrong? I meant to say you're not wrong. Sorry, you're not wrong, but there's a lot of discussion that goes into it. So we have a new patron, CD Brookins, has signed up and joined us, and we appreciate you lots. So thank you, Brookins. And I have one here for you, Joe. Let's try that one.
Cheeky Nashville, and I got a question for Joe. What time is it, brother?
It is time for random trivia. Oh, and actually, real quick before we do, apparently CD Brookins is none other than Mr. Tambourine.
Yay! Look at that.
But the random trivia tonight will be Clauncher. And its evolved form, Clawitzer, that Charles wants to eat. Clauncher is a water-type Pokemon as its Clawitzer, and the Clauncher is the water gun Pokemon, whereas Clawitzer is the howitzer Pokemon. Can you guess where Clawitzer gets its name from?
A gun.
As the howitzer Pokemon,
yeah,
I'm guessing it comes from Claw and Howitzer. So we've got Clauncher, who, in my opinion, looks way too much like Corphish. But, he's blue, so I guess, there's that. Its Pokedex entry says, they knock down flying prey by firing compressed water from their massive claws like shooting a pistol.
I want to say lobsters actually do that. They don't shoot from their claws; they spit it. But there's something that does it. Some kind of fish that spits.
A pistol shrimp.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Look at Joe with the facts.
Well, it helps when I've got them right in front of me. So, yeah, Clauncher is based on a pistol shrimp, so not just a lobster. But, yeah, its name comes from claw and launcher, and you definitely want to bring it to a water gun fight because, yeah, it'll be great. So, Clauncher really doesn't have a ton of...
Friends?
trivia about it. It does show up in the anime. It's a grumpy looking Pokemon, a light blue shrimp. So I kept calling it a lobster, but it's actually based off of a shrimp. But it's a crustacean. Its evolved form, Clawitzer. Yeah, that is a huge claw on Clawitzer. Its Pokedex entry says their enormous claws launch cannonballs of water powerful enough to pierce tanker holes. So yeah.
Wow. All right.
And apparently by shooting its the water out of the nozzle on its claw, it can travel up to 60 knots. It's pretty quick. Pretty quick.
60, that's like 70 miles. I forget how knots to miles translate, but that's fast.
Well, let's go ahead and Google knots to miles per hour.
While you do that, we're going to start wrapping it up here. So it has been the Pokemon GO podcast.
About 70 miles per hour. So
it's how much?
It's about 70 miles per hour.
So I was right. Look at that. I know things, kind of. So you want to email us, which I did not even check the email tonight. We didn't got time now. So sorry. We'll have it next week. If you emailed us, joe@PokemonGoPodcast.com. Leave us a speak pipe like usnatescout did, where he likes to call me wrong. Actually, he didn't. He just joined the discussion. So that was cool. So that is over at PokemonGoPodcast.com. And there's a tab on the side, speak pipe. Use your phone, tablet, whatever you got that touches the internet, has a microphone. Knock yourself out. r/Pokemon Go Podcast is Reddit. Facebook is Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. And Twitch.tv is live at Pokemon Go Podcast every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can view it like, well, there's a whole lot of bots here. Casino, thanks. Commander Rude. Yeah, the first set of these names is all bots.
Old Man Tough, Jacket K, US Nate Scout, Mr. Tambourine. There's a lot of great people in here. Some jerk by the name of DC Digital Media.
Jerk fresh. Yeah. I mean, Pinguido. I hope that's not a box. That's a cool name. Pinguido. I like it. So, yeah.
Pie Beagles, Pieties. Yeah, there's some really great. Terry Wolf. There's a lot of good names in here.
Not after you said Terry Wolf. Tune in next week to hear Joe say.
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. Oh wait, that's not what you were asking. That's not. But if you want to check out Charles, just look up Rock God of Pod, or just type in Charles McFall, and you can find great pictures of Charles on the interwebs. The end.